John Christopher Depp II, born June 9, 1963, is an American actor, producer, musician and painter. He is the recipient of multiple accolades, including a Golden Globe Award and a Screen Actors Guild Award, in addition to nominations for 3 Academy Awards and 2 BAFTAs. Depp made his debut in the horror film A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984, before rising to prominence as a teen idol on the television series 21 Jump Street, 1987 to 1990. In the 1990s, Depp acted mostly in independent films, often playing eccentric characters. These included What's Eating Gilbert Grape, 1993, Benny and June, 1993, Dead Man, 1995, Donnie Brasco, 1997, and Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, 1998. Depp also began collaborating with director Tim Burton, starring in Edward Scissorhands, 1990, Ed Wood, 1994, and Sleepy Hollow, 1999. In the 2000s, Depp became one of the most commercially successful film stars by playing Captain Jack Sparrow in the Walt Disney swashbuckler film series Pirates of the Caribbean, 2003 to 2017. He received critical praise for Finding Neverland, 2004, and continued his commercially successful collaboration with Tim Burton with the films Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, 2005, where he portrayed Willy Wonka, Corpse Bride, 2005, Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street, 2007, and Alice in Wonderland, 2010. In 2012, Depp was one of the world's biggest film stars, and was listed by the Guinness World Records as the world's highest paid actor, with earnings of $75 million. During the 2010s, Depp began producing films through his company, Infinitum Nihil, and formed the rock supergroup Hollywood Vampires with Alice Cooper and Joe Perry, before starring as Gellert Grindelwald in the Warner Bros. Wizarding World films Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, 2016, and Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, 2018. From 2015 to 2017, Depp was married to actress Amber Heard. Their divorce drew media attention as Heard alleged that Depp had been abusive throughout their relationship. In 2018, Depp claimed that Heard had abused him before he unsuccessfully sued the publishers of British tabloid The Sun for defamation under English law. Depp later sued Heard for defamation in Virginia after she wrote an op-ed saying she was a public victim of domestic violence. The trial of Depp v. Heard began in 2022. Depp describes himself as a victim of cancel culture. This trial has gripped the nation. John Christopher Depp II was born on June 9, 1963, in Owensboro, Kentucky, the youngest of 4 children of waitress Betty Sue Palmer, née Wells, and civil engineer John Christopher Depp. Depp's family moved frequently during his childhood, eventually settling in Miramar, Florida, in 1970. His parents divorced in 1978 when he was 15, and his mother later married Robert Palmer, whom Depp has called an inspiration. Depp's mother gave him a guitar when he was 12, and he began playing in various bands. He dropped out of Miramar High School at 16 in 1979 to become a rock musician. He attempted to go back to school 2 weeks later, but the principal told him to follow his dream of being a musician. In 1980, Depp began playing in a band called The Kids. After modest local success in Florida, the band moved to Los Angeles in pursuit of a record deal, changing its name to Six Gun Method. In addition to the band, Depp worked a variety of odd jobs, such as in telemarketing. In December 1983, Depp married makeup artist Lori-Ann Allison, the sister of his band's bassist and singer. The Kids split up before signing a record deal in 1984, and Depp began collaborating with the band Rock City Angels. He co-wrote their song Mary, which appeared on their debut Geffen Records album Young Man's Blues. Depp and Allison divorced in 1985. Depp is of primarily English descent, with some French, German, Irish, and West African ancestry. His surname comes from a French Huguenot immigrant, Pierre Dieppe, who settled in Virginia around 1700. He is also descended from colonial freedom fighter Elizabeth Key Grinstead, 1630–1665, daughter of English planter and member of the Virginia House of Burgesses Thomas Key and enslaved woman. In interviews in 2002 and 2011, Depp claimed to have Native American ancestry, saying, "I guess I have some Native American somewhere down the line. My great-grandmother was quite a bit of Native American. She grew up Cherokee or maybe Creek Indian." Makes sense in terms of coming from Kentucky, which is rife with Cherokee and Creek Indian. Depp's claims came under scrutiny when Indian Country Today wrote that Depp had never inquired about his heritage or been recognized as a member of the Cherokee Nation. This led to criticism from the Native American community, as Depp has no documented Native ancestry, and Native community leaders consider him a non-Indian. Depp's choice to portray Tonto, a Native American character, in The Lone Ranger was criticized, along with his choice to name his rock band Tonto's Giant Nuts. During the promotion for The Lone Ranger, Depp was adopted as an honorary son by LaDonna Harris, a member of the Comanche Nation, making him an honorary member of her family but not a member of any tribe. Critical response to his claims from the Native community increased after this, including satirical portrayals of Depp by Native comedians. An ad featuring Depp and Native American imagery, by Dior for the fragrance Savage, was pulled in 2019 after being accused of cultural appropriation and racism. Depp moved to Los Angeles with his band when he was 20. After the band split up, Depp's then-wife Lorianne Allison introduced him to actor Nicolas Cage. After they became drinking buddies, Cage advised him to pursue acting. Depp had been interested in acting since reading a biography of James Dean and watching Rebel Without a Cause. Cage helped Depp get an audition with Wes Craven for A Nightmare on Elm Street. Depp, who had no acting experience, said he ended up acting by accident. Thanks in part to his catching the eye of Craven's daughter, Depp landed the role of the main character's boyfriend, one of Freddy Krueger's victims. Though Depp said he didn't have any desire to be an actor, he continued to be cast in films, making enough to cover some bills that his musical career left unpaid. After a starring role in the 1985 comedy Private Resort, Depp was cast in the lead role of the 1986 skating drama Thrashing by the film's director, but its producer overrode the decision. Instead, Depp appeared in a minor supporting role as a Vietnamese-speaking private in Oliver Stone's 1986 Vietnam War drama Platoon. He became a teen idol during the late 1980s, when he starred as an undercover police officer in a high school operation in the Fox television series 21 Jump Street, which premiered in 1987. He accepted this role to work with actor Frederick Forrest, who inspired him. Despite his success, Depp felt that the series forced him into the role of product. Disillusioned by his experiences as a teen idol in 21 Jump Street, Depp began taking roles he found more interesting, rather than those he thought would succeed at the box office. His first film release in 1990 was John Waters' Cry Baby, a musical comedy set in the 1950s. Although not a box office success upon its release, over the years it has gained cult classic status. Also in 1990, Depp played the title character in Tim Burton's romantic fantasy film Edward Scissorhands opposite Diane Wiest and Winona Ryder. The film was a commercial and critical success with a domestic gross of $53 million. In preparation for the role, Depp watched many Charlie Chaplin films to study how to create sympathy without dialogue. Peter Travers of Rolling Stone praised Depp's performance, writing that he artfully expresses the fierce longing in Gentle Edward. It's a terrific performance, while Rita Kempley of The Washington Post wrote that he brings the eloquence of the silent era to this part of few words, saying it all through bright black eyes and the tremulous care with which he holds his horror movie hands. Depp earned his first Golden Globe nomination for the film. Depp had no film releases in the next 2 years, except a brief cameo in Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, 1991, the sixth installment in the A Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. He appeared in 3 films in 1993. In the romantic comedy Benny and June, he played an eccentric and illiterate silent film fan who befriends a mentally ill woman and her brother. It became a sleeper hit. Janet Maslin of the New York Times wrote that Depp may look nothing like Buster Keaton, but there are times when he genuinely seems to become the great stone face, bringing Keaton's mannerisms sweetly and magically to life. Depp received a second Golden Globe nomination for the performance. His second film of 1993 was Lasse Hallström's What's Eating Gilbert Grape, a drama about a dysfunctional family co-starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Juliette Lewis. It did not perform well commercially, but received positive notices from critics. Although most of the reviews focused on DiCaprio, who was nominated for an Academy Award for his performance, Todd McCarthy of Variety wrote that Depp manages to command center screen with a greatly affable, appealing characterization. Depp's last 1993 release was Emir Kusturica's surrealist comedy drama Arizona Dream, which opened to positive reviews and won the Silver Bear at the Berlin Film Festival. In 1994, Depp reunited with Burton, playing the title role in Ed Wood, a biographical film about one of history's most inept film directors. Depp later said that he was depressed about films and filmmaking at the time, but that within 10 minutes of hearing about the project, I was committed. He found that the role gave him a chance to stretch out and have some fun, and that working with Martin Landau, who played Bela Lugosi, rejuvenated my love for acting. Although it did not earn back its production costs, Ed Wood received a positive reception from critics, with Maslin writing that Depp had proved himself as an established, certified great actor and captured all the can-do optimism that kept Ed Wood going, thanks to an extremely funny ability to look at the silver lining of any cloud. Depp was nominated for a third time for a Best Musical or Comedy Actor Golden Globe for his performance. The next year, Depp starred in 3 films. He played opposite Marlon Brando in the box office hit Don Juan de Marco, as a man who believes he is Don Juan, the world's greatest lover. He starred in Jim Jarmusch's Dead Man, a western shot entirely in black and white. It was not a commercial success and had mixed critical reviews. And in the financial and critical failure Nick of Time, Depp played an accountant who is told to kill a politician to save his kidnapped daughter. In 1997, Depp and Al Pacino starred in the crime drama Donnie Brasco, directed by Mike Newell. Depp played Joseph D. Pistone, an undercover FBI agent who assumes the name Donnie Brasco to infiltrate the mafia in New York City. To prepare, Depp spent time with Pistone, on whose memoirs the film was based. Donnie Brasco was a commercial and critical success, and is considered one of Depp's finest performances. Also in 1997, Depp debuted as a director and screenwriter with The Brave. He starred in it as a poor Native American man who accepts a proposal from a wealthy man, played by Marlon Brando, to appear in a snuff film in exchange for money for his family. It premiered at the 1997 Cannes Film Festival to generally negative reviews. Variety called it a turgid and unbelievable neo-western, and Time Out wrote that besides the implausibilities, the direction has 2 fatal flaws. It's both tediously slow and hugely narcissistic as the camera focuses repeatedly on Depp's bandanaed head and rippling torso. Due to the reviews, Depp did not release The Brave in the US. Depp was a fan and friend of writer Hunter S. Thompson, and played his alter ego Raoul Duke in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas 1998, Terry Gilliam's film adaptation of Thompson's pseudo-biographical novel of the same name. It was a box office failure and polarized critics. Later that year, Depp made a brief cameo in Mika Kaurismäki's LA Without a Map, 1998. In 2003, Depp starred in the Walt Disney Pictures adventure film Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl, which was a major box office success. He earned widespread acclaim for his comic performance as pirate Captain Jack Sparrow, and received Academy Award, Golden Globe and BAFTA nominations, and won the Screen Actors Guild Award for Best Actor as well as an MTV Movie Award. Depp has said that Sparrow is definitely a big part of me and that he modeled the character after the Rolling Stones guitarist Keith Richards and cartoon skunk Pepe Le Pew. Studio executives had at first been ambivalent about Depp's portrayal, but the character became popular with audiences. In his other film release in 2003, Robert Rodriguez's action film Once Upon a Time in Mexico, Depp played a corrupt CIA agent. A moderate box office success, it received average to good reviews, with Depp's performance in particular receiving praise. Depp next starred as an author with writer's block in the thriller Secret Window, 2004, based on a short story by Stephen King. It was a moderate commercial success but received mixed reviews. Released around the same time, the British-Australian independent film The Libertine, 2004, saw Depp portray the 17th-century poet and rake, the Earl of Rochester. It had only limited release, and received mainly negative reviews. Depp's third film of 2004, Finding Neverland, was more positively received by the critics, and earned him his second Academy Award nomination as well as Golden Globe, BAFTA, and SAG nominations for his performance as Scottish author J.M. Barrie. Depp also made a brief cameo appearance in the French film Happily Ever After, 2004, and founded his own film production company, Infinitum Nihil, under Warner Bros. Pictures. Depp continued his box office success with a starring role as Willy Wonka in Tim Burton's adaptation of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, 2005. It also had a positive critical reception, with Depp being nominated again for the Golden Globe for Best Actor in a Comedy or Musical. Chocolate Factory was followed by another Burton project, stop-motion animation Corpse Bride, 2005, in which Depp voiced the main character, Victor Van Dort. Depp reprised the role of Jack Sparrow in the Pirates sequels Dead Man's Chest, 2006, and At World's End, 2007, both of which were major box office successes. He also voiced the character in the video game Pirates of the Caribbean, The Legend of Jack Sparrow. According to a survey taken by Fandango, Depp in the role of Jack Sparrow was the main reason for many cinema-goers to see a Pirates film. By 2012, Depp was one of the world's biggest film stars, and was listed by the Guinness World Records as the world's highest-paid actor, with earnings of $75 million. That year, he and his 21 Jump Street co-stars Peter DeLuise and Holly Robinson reprised their roles in cameo appearances in the series' feature film adaptation. Depp also starred in and co-produced his eighth film with Tim Burton, Dark Shadows, 2012, alongside Helena Bonham Carter, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Eva Green. The film was based on a 1960s Gothic television soap opera of the same name, which had been one of his favorites as a child. The film's poor reception in the United States brought Depp's star appeal into question. Depp and makeup artist Lorianne Allison were married from 1983 until 1985. In the late 1980s, he was engaged to actresses Jennifer Grey and Sherilyn Fenn before proposing in 1990 to his Edward Scissorhands co-star Winona Ryder, for whom he tattooed Winona Forever on his right arm, which he later changed to Wino Forever. Between 1994 and 1997, he was in a relationship with English model Kate Moss. Following his breakup from Moss, Depp began a relationship with French actress and singer Vanessa Paradis, whom he met while filming The Ninth Gate in France in 1998. They have two children, daughter Lily Rose Melody Depp born 1999, and son John Christopher Jack Depp III, born 2002. Depp stated that having children has given him a real foundation, a real strong place to stand in life, in work, in everything. You cannot plan the kind of deep love that results in children. Fatherhood was not a conscious decision. It was part of the wonderful ride I was on. It was destiny. All the math finally worked. Depp and Paradis announced that they had separated in June 2012. Following the end of his relationship with Vanessa Paradis, Depp began dating actress Amber Heard, with whom he had co-starred in The Rum Diary, 2011. Depp and Heard were married in a civil ceremony in February 2015. Heard filed for divorce in May 2016 and obtained a temporary restraining order against Depp, alleging in her court declaration that he had been verbally and physically abusive throughout their relationship, usually while under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Depp denied these claims and alleged that she was attempting to secure a premature financial resolution. A settlement was reached in August 2016, and the divorce was finalized in January 2017. Heard dismissed the restraining order, and they issued a joint statement saying that their relationship was intensely passionate and at times volatile, but always bound by love. Neither party has made false accusations for financial gain. There was never any intent of physical or emotional harm. Depp paid Heard a settlement of $7 million, which she pledged to donate to the ACLU and the Children's Hospital Los Angeles, CHLA. In 2018, Depp brought a libel lawsuit in the UK against news group Newspapers, NGN, publishers of The Sun, which had called him a wife-beater in an April 2018 article. The case had a highly publicized trial in July 2020, with both Depp and Heard testifying for several days. In November 2020, the High Court of Justice ruled that 12 of the 14 incidents of violence claimed by Heard were substantially true. The court rejected Depp's claim of a hoax and accepted that the allegations Heard had made against Depp had damaged her career and activism. Following the verdict, Depp resigned from the Fantastic Beasts franchise, after being asked to do so by its production company, Warner Brothers. Depp appealed the verdict, with his lawyers accusing Heard of not following through on the charity pledge, and that the pledge had significantly influenced the judge's view of Heard. In response, Heard's legal team stated that she had not donated the full amount yet due to the lawsuits against her by Depp. Depp's appeal to overturn the verdict was rejected by the Court of Appeal in March 2021. The Court of Appeal did not find the argument that the charity pledge influenced the outcome convincing, as the judge in the trial had reached their verdict by evaluating the evidence related to the 14 alleged incidents of violence. The issue of the donation was not part of it, but a comment made after the verdict had already been reached. In addition to suing The Sun in 2018, Depp also sued Heard for defamation in Virginia, US in early 2019 over an op-ed she wrote about abusive relationships, which had been published by The Washington Post in December 2018. Depp alleged that Heard had been the abuser, that her allegations constituted a hoax against him, and that as a consequence, Disney had declined to cast him in future projects. Heard countersued Depp in August 2020, alleging that he had coordinated a harassment campaign via Twitter and, by orchestrating online petitions in an effort to get her fired from Aquaman and L'Oreal. In October 2020, the judge in the case dismissed Depp's lawyer Adam Waldman after he leaked confidential information covered by a protective order to the media. Following the verdict in Depp's lawsuit against The Sun the next month, Heard's lawyers filed to have the defamation suit dismissed, but Judge Penny Oscorate ruled against it because Heard had not been a defendant in the UK case. In August 2021, a New York judge ruled that the ACLU must disclose documents related to Heard's charity pledge to the organization. The trial in Depp v. Heard started in Fairfax County, Virginia, on April 11, 2022. Depp has struggled with alcoholism and addiction for much of his life. He has stated that he began using drugs by taking his mother's nerve pills at the age of 11, was smoking at age 12 and by the age of 14 had used nerve pills. In a 1997 interview, Depp acknowledged past abuse of alcohol during the filming of What's Eating Gilbert Grape, 1993. In a 2008 interview, Depp stated that he had poisoned himself with alcohol for years. In 2013, Depp declared that he had stopped drinking alcohol, adding that he pretty much got everything he could get out of it. Depp also said pretty much got everything he could get out of it. Regarding his breakup with longtime partner Vanessa Paradis, Depp said that he definitely wasn't going to rely on the drink to ease things or cushion the blow or cushion the situation, because that could have been fatal. According to his ex-wife, Amber Heard, Depp plunged into the depths of paranoia and violence after binging on drugs and alcohol during their relationship between 2013 and 2016. In a 2018 Rolling Stone profile of Depp, reporter Stephen Roderick wrote that he had used hashish in his presence and described him as alternately hilarious, sly and incoherent. Depp also said that the allegation made by his former business managers that he had spent $30,000 per month on wine was insulting because he had spent alternately hilarious, sly and incoherent than that amount. During his 2020 libel trial, Depp admitted to having been addicted to oxycodone and alcohol as well as used other substances such as MDMA and cocaine during his relationship with Heard. In November 2016, Depp joined the campaign In Prison for Art to call for the release of Ukrainian filmmaker Oleg Sentsov, who was being held in custody in Russia. When was the last time an actor assassinated a president? I want to clarify, I'm not an actor. I lie for a living. However, it's been a while and maybe it's time. He added, I'm not insinuating anything. The comment was interpreted as a reference to John Wilkes Booth, the actor who assassinated Abraham Lincoln. Sean Holtzclaw of the Secret Service told CNN they were aware of Depp's comment, but that for security reasons, we cannot discuss specifically nor in general terms the means and methods of how we perform our protective responsibilities. Depp apologized shortly afterward, saying the remark did not come out as intended, and I intended no malice. Long live Johnny Depp.